appreciate Tracy for giving me time to do some little bit of stand-up. Should be pretty short, maybe 10 minutes, maybe less, we'll see. People not to trust. The drug dealer who says his stuff is the best, the weatherman, and every single douchebag in a suit. When I was younger, I used to fantasize about threesomes a lot. But times have changed for me. And at age 30, during hangovers, I would turn down a proposal for a threesome. Like, hey, maybe I can cuddle the two of you. Maybe we can make this a foursome. Me and this cup of water will be over here, and you two can get started over there. I'm an ambassador from Texas. I'm 1 part fully automatic assault rifles, 1 part smoked pork, and 1 part coke-fueled racism. I'm an ambassador of baby boomers. I'm 1 part being able to buy a house with a part-time job, and 1 part lead paint. I'm an ambassador of Generation X. I'm 1 part buying a home for 100 grand, and 1 part asbestos in the lungs. I'm an ambassador of Generation Y. I'm 1 part George Bush claiming there's WMDs in Iraq, watching 1 part country after country being invaded, and 1 part watching 9/11 in grade school. I'm an ambassador of Generation Z. I'm 1 part TikTok, 1 part juggling 3 part-time jobs, 1 part microplastics, and 1 part vape pen. I'm an ambassador of Canada. I'm 1 part maple syrup, 1 part beautiful land, and 1 part genocide. I'm an ambassador to Ireland. I'm 1 part potato, 1 part Armalite, 1 part nail bomb, 1 part James Connolly, and 1 part Guinness. So I'm kind of a dumb fuck. I've been kicked out of a lot of things, banned from a lot of things. I've got 24 Facebook bans. I've been kicked off of several beaches, and I got banned from my mom's favorite family restaurant. That was an awkward conversation. And I also fucked up so bad, I booked my flight to Vietnam without knowing I needed a visa.
You actually did that?
And when I got here, I stepped into an elevator, and the brand was Hitachi. And immediately I thought to myself, I was like, God damn, Hitachi makes heavy-duty orgasm machines? They also make heavy-duty lifting people to their partner machines. I used to really like wearing dress shirts, but I can't wear white dress shirts because I look like if I can work at Olive Garden. Like, if I took my shirt off, you would say, Jesus Christ, we gotta get that dude with stage 4 cancer to the hospital. What the fuck is he doing in public? My 3 favorite things to eat: steak, pussy, and sleeping pills. My 3 least favorite things to eat: ghost peppers, capitalist propaganda, and dairy. And I'm lactose intolerant. So do you remember that scene in Spider-Man when Tobey Maguire had to choose between saving his girlfriend and saving a school bus full of children falling off a bridge? If Benjamin Netanyahu and a cup of milk were falling off a bridge and only couldn't save one, I would choose the milk. And people say to boycott McDonald's because McDonald's is feeding the IDF. But they're going about this all wrong. McDonald's is fucking poison. McDonald's is poisoning the fucking IDF. Fucking Comrade McDonald's out here. A little while ago, there's a whole bunch of propaganda pieces about Israeli cuisine, and Israeli cuisine was claiming all these historic Middle Eastern cuisines that have been there for thousands of years. Like, what is the taste of Israeli cuisine? Theft? Colonization? There's fierce arguments about baklava being Turkish or Greek. Heated arguments about this. But fuck around, listen to mainstream media pundits and Western intellectual cumrags that call themselves journalists, and you might go off believing that hummus is Israeli. Hummus, baba ganoush, falafel, frika, mujadara are on the list of the claimed. Clearly these things are only 77 years old. Bro, I'm pretty sure Greeks and Turks have been arguing about baklava longer than fucking Israel has existed. Hummus, Israeli. Falafel, Israeli. Your great-grandmother's Italian recipe that's been passed down through generations, clearly Israeli. Man, toilet paper math is ridiculous. How are you telling me 24 equals 48? 10 rolls of this equals 24 rolls of that? Who the fuck is more full of shit? Toilet paper advertisers or Israelis? Toilet paper marketers should work for Israel. Their tactics and exaggeration are the identical. When they do a lot, it's a little. When we do a little, it's a lot. When they complain about ethnic cleansing, that's a hate crime. Back home, I had a friend who was trying to get fired so he could get the 7-week severance pay. And he was a brown dude, but he was not Palestinian. But he smoked weed in his office to try to get fired. And he couldn't get fired. He did everything he could, but his manager took him aside and said, "Look, man, like I know you and your people are going through a lot right now. You just can't smoke weed in the office." Any fans of The Sopranos here? 2, 3. Sopranos. The Sopranos. It's a mafia series.
The Sopranos, the series.
Okay, nice. I had some Sopranos jokes I've been wanting to use for a year. The Sopranos is 80% violence, 20% gabagoo. Imagine a smug Italian mafia jerk-off trying to sound tough by claiming the systemic violence of colonial institutions and the societal patriarchy that they reinforce. Oh yeah, my pronouns are bada bing. I waited an hour one time when my Wi-Fi was lagging to watch 12 minutes of The Sopranos. The character was struggling and going through so much. As soon as my Wi-Fi loaded, the character got shot. Uncle June's 3 skills: singing, making the pussy sing, and roasting Tony Soprano to his face and getting away with it. One day I want to flirt with women in their late 30s and 40s by joking around with them lots and then going, "I've got something in common with Uncle June, and it's not a big ass pair of glasses." My last set was really awkward. I had a rat in my apartment, and I used half my time to joke about the rat. And I was really depressed, and it fucked up my performance. But I managed to get rid of the depression and the rat, so I was pretty lucky there. And but a lot of that set was all self-deprecation. I had so much self-deprecation leading up to a punchline. But because I used too much time complaining about the rat, I got cut off right before I got to the punchline. And if you've ever had a ruined orgasm, it's fucking horrible. But imagine having a ruined orgasm in front of 20 people. 3 things I like to suck: titties, tuklao, and tapioca purples and bubble tea. If you go home with a lady and her pussy is shaved, you did not get lucky. She was set on fucking. And she selected you with a callous indifference of choosing a flank of steak in the meat aisle.
True. Specify.
I was getting wings with 2 of my friends, and one of them was a diabetic guy. And he went home, we were super broke. He fucking walked home. He went into diabetic shock and we didn't get him a cab, we couldn't drive him. This poor bastard walked home, that's how broke this guy was. And then my other friend, he was really fucking drunk, and he was trying to flirt with the waitress. And he said, "You look good for your age."
Oh no, oh my god.
And she was our age. Right after that, we went to another pub, and then I made eye contact with this one lady. She had a sweater on that said GIBC, and I went to school there. So I saw her and I went, "Yo, GIBC, I went to school there too." And she looked at me so hard, and I've had that look about twice in my life. And I was like, God damn, I haven't had that in a while. I don't know what's on with her, but she's into me. And went up with her, we immediately started making out, and then she felt me, and she evaluated me as if it was those people like checking out a diamond, but she just used her hand and felt me right there, and then said, "Let's go." And I said, "Okay, all right, let's go." I was like 23. I was so fucking excited. And we took a cab to her place. We get to her place, we start fucking, and it was ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. She was so wet. It felt like somebody spilled 2 cups of water inside her. She was so wet you didn't need a sham wow. You needed a beach towel so big it could double as a parachute. And my friend from earlier, who told the woman that she looks good for her age, he kept calling me again and again and again and calling me. So she was super wet, I was fingering her, and then I turned the lights on, I checked my phone, and my hand was completely covered in blood.
Oh my god.
Completely. And then I checked my phone and saw I had 12 missed calls, and my friend had been sending me details, and I was like, fuck those, I'll check that later, I gotta get back to fucking. She offered me coke right after this, and then I was like, oh, okay, that's why she was set on fucking. Somebody on her period and high on blow was gonna get whatever the fuck she wanted. And we started fucking, and it was going really good. It was amazing. It was really good.
That's how it should be. Kudos to good sex. Doesn't matter how.
It was really good. And then she kept saying to me, oh shit. Here's her phone. She kept moaning Esta Rica weekend. She kept moaning to me in Spanish. It was the hottest thing ever. She kept moaning something. Esta Rica weekend. Just moaning so much. And a few years later, I was in Cuba and I was speaking to government representatives. And they said to me, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for my English is so bad. And in Spanish, all I knew how to say was, fuck this yummy pussy, fuck your mother, thank you, and goodbye. So I said to the Cuban diplomats, don't worry about your English. What I wanted to say was, you don't want to know what I can say in Spanish. Please, don't worry. A little while ago, I had a really beautiful moment. I went for a smoothie, and I was hanging out with this lady. We made plans, couple times to hang out, and then just to chat politics, just to meet up. And then we met up early afternoon. We got smoothies. She paid for the smoothie, and I went home with her after she paid for the smoothie.
Is that how? Woo! That's
My worth is a smoothie. I am worth 2 different blends of fruit and some ice. That is my value.
Well, that's quite a lot.
But we had a great time, and we started dating immediately after that. So I'll finish up. There's 3 things in life that make us feel okay. These 3 are what comfort us, what bring warmth to us, like sitting by a fire after getting caught in the rain. The first is love, the factor that drives us, the one thing that for thousands of years can turn any man into a poet. The second thing is economic freedom, economic power, material basis, having things that cannot be taken away from you. The right to security, food, shelter, medicine, education, things that you need for the dignity to survive and for people to be okay. And the third thing that makes you feel like everything is okay is value. It's also the most accessible. Thank you, everyone.